G'day folks, today in this video I'm going to show you how to use a Bluetooth game controller with your Ryze Tello Drone. Now if you've just picked up your Tello or you're planning on getting one, you might want to consider this little case. This case is by a company called Hermit Shell, you can see that there, and they make a variety of cases for different products, and it's a hard case but soft kind of mixed together, so it does have good crush protection, and it's quite small and perfect size for the Ryze Tello. As you can see, it has cutouts for 4 batteries, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1 in the drone, so you can carry 5 batteries in this little case. The batteries just fit into those little compartments there. So the drone just fits in there like so, and it's quite small. It's about 10 inches by 10 inches approximately, I'm just kind of estimating there, and maybe 3 inches tall. And it does come with a little shoulder strap as well. So a nice little case to give your Tello some protection while you're out transporting it. So now back to what we're here for. The Tello does not come with a controller, and Ryze doesn't actually make a dedicated controller for it, but it is compatible with certain Bluetooth game controllers that you would use for your iPhone to play different video games. So I just got this one in. It is a speedy wireless controller, and just got it in from Amazon yesterday. And I haven't set it up yet because I wanted to do it on film, connecting it via Bluetooth and all that. So this is new to me as well, so we'll see how it goes. Couple things I want to mention with these controllers is that it doesn't give you any extra range. Unlike the Spark, if you bought a remote control with it, you can get farther distance with it. But the way these Bluetooth controllers work is a little different. The controller does not connect directly to the drone. What happens is the controller connects to your phone via Bluetooth, and then the phone to the drone. So you don't get any extra distance. Basically, it's just going to give you a nicer control, a little bit more tactile feel in your hand, better control, and some shortcuts for the buttons. Now, whatever game controller you go with, I recommend getting one that has the little phone mount. Not all of them come with a phone mount, so just careful when you're ordering that you get one that does have that, because that way you can mount your phone in and see what you're filming. And that just screws into the bottom there like that. So now the first thing we got to do is connect the controller to the phone via Bluetooth. So we're going to make sure our Bluetooth is on, and it is right there. So we're going to power on the game controller here, and we do so by holding the power button down for 4 seconds, and we'll see some blue lights appear, red lights, sorry, and they'll be flashing slowly. Now to put it into pairing mode, we hold down the little wireless button there, and these lights will start flashing a little more quickly, I guess. There. So now it's in pairing mode. And it should now appear in our list here, and yep, there it is down at the bottom. So we're going to click on it and connect. So we are connected. Now it's telling us that there's an app, companion app. I'm not going to install it right now because it's more for using it with gaming. So we're just going to hit ignore. So we got the remote connected to the phone, and actually at this point I'm now going to mount the phone in there, just like so. Now we're going to power on our Tello Drone just by pressing the button here on the side. And there it is. So we've got the game controller connected to the iPhone, but now we've got to connect to the Tello Drone. So we got to go to the Wi-Fi and click Tello. Now we can go ahead and launch the Tello app. And it's telling me I've got new firmware detected, so we'll maybe take a look at that another time. As you can see, we're connected. We've got a feed there. Now, if we go to settings and we go to our Bluetooth joystick settings, at this point we can bring up a diagram. It shows us what we can do. We have take off and land, flip forward, flip back, flip left, flip right, take a photo, record video. So that's kind of handy. We can do pretty well a lot of the functions, the basic functions with the remote. And it works the same way as a regular remote here. We got our left stick and our right stick. Just to quickly show you here, these 2 top buttons, if you can kind of see them there, if we click on the one on the left hand side, it'll switch us over to video mode, and if we press it again, you can see it starts recording there. Press it again, that'll shut it off, and if we want to take some photos, we hit the one on the right hand side. One press will take us over to the camera mode, and then a press will take a photo. I can't really launch it here on my desk. I'm going to take it outside and we'll do a test flight with it, but I'll just show you here. Holding down the L2, this back one, and the Y together, fires up the motors. So yeah, there was no configuring of the remote that we needed to do. It just automatically detected it and knew we were connected to a Bluetooth remote. We're just going to do a test here with a controller. I was really hoping to do this outside so I had more room to fly around and test it out more thoroughly, but it has been crappy weather the last 4 days, rainy, cold, very windy, spring in Canada, I guess. But I need to get this video done, so I guess we'll just take it for a little spin in the old living room and test it out that way. With the controller, to launch it, you hold the L2 button, on this particular model anyways, L2, and hit the Y. And you can see there, it's taking off. And just like a regular controller, you fly it around. Now the other nice thing about the controller is you have shortcuts to the flips, and you do so by using this button back here, the L1 I believe it's called, and this little pad here with the different arrows on it. And depending on which way you hit the arrow is the way it's going to flip. Now I'm going to get the controller out of the screen so you can watch the drone. So we'll hit the button, just like that. Now we can flip the other way. Flip backwards and frontwards. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Now it definitely does make it easier to fly with the joysticks. You have a little bit more feel. You can kind of go a little slower, faster, just a little easier to fine-tune your movements. Like I said, I'll include the links down below for this particular controller. I'm not going to link to any other controllers because I don't want to link to products I haven't tested. Well folks, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Sorry I couldn't fly this outside for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you in the next one.